Oh, let my tears on the church floor. Oh, I walked into the quiet sanctuary with a heart so heavy it felt like the whole world was leaning against my chest. The wooden pews held the echoes of prayers from people who probably came here searching for the same kind of mercy. The lights were dim, but somehow the room felt brighter than the darkness I carried inside my thoughts. I tried to speak to God the way I used to, and faith felt simple and my soul wasn't this tired. But the words collapsed halfway through my throat, and all that escaped were tears I couldn't hold anymore. The silence of the church wrapped around me like a gentle reminder that broken people have always belonged here. Every step toward the altar felt like dragging years of pain through sacred air. And when I finally knelt down, my heart broke open like a storm that had waited far too long to fall. I didn't bring strength with me tonight, I only brought the truth of how much I've been hurting. I left my tears on the church floor, where the silence held my shaking soul. Left my tears on the church floor, 'cause I couldn't carry the weight anymore. Left my tears on the church floor, like an offering made of pain and prayer. Left my tears on the church floor, hoping somehow God was standing there. If heaven listens to the sound of hearts finally breaking free, then every tear I dropped tonight was a cry for mercy over me. The cross above the altar watched quietly as my composure slowly dissolved in a fragile honesty. For once I stopped pretending to be strong and let the truth spill out in quiet rivers. I told God about the nights my mind turned against me like a battlefield I couldn't escape. I told him about the smiles I wore so nobody would notice the war inside my chest. I confessed how tired I was of fighting battles that nobody else could see. My voice kept shaking, but something about the moment felt strangely peaceful. Maybe grace lives in places where pride finally lets go. Maybe heaven moves closer when we stop hiding our wounds. I didn't hear thunder or angels filling the room with sound, but somehow the silence felt softer than the pain I walked in with. I left my tears on the church floor, where the broken learn they're not alone. Left my tears on the church floor, like seeds of faith I quietly sown. I left my tears on the church floor, while my heart confessed its fears. Left my tears on the church floor, after holding them back for years. Because sometimes surrender is the bravest prayer a soul can give. And the moment we fall apart is where healing begins to live. Maybe those tears were never weakness, but the language heaven understands best. Maybe every drop carried a prayer, my voice was too exhausted to speak. Maybe the floor beneath my knees has held 1,000 stories just like mine. People arriving shattered and leaving with hope stitched quietly back together. together. Maybe God was listening the whole time while my heart finally told the truth. I left my tears on the church floor, and somehow the weight inside me shifted. Left my tears on the church floor, like a burden heaven gently lifted. Left my tears on the church floor, where my faith learned how to breathe again. Left my tears on the church floor, and walked out lighter than I walked in, because the place where sorrow falls before the face of grace is often the same place healing quietly begins its embrace. And if you ever walk into that church and see faint marks where tears once touched the ground, just know someone came there broken once and lived believing God was still around. Maybe those tears were never weakness, but the language heaven understands best. Maybe every drop carried a prayer. My voice was too exhausted to speak. Maybe the floor beneath my knees has held 1,000 stories just like mine. People arriving shattered and leaving with hope stitched quietly back together. Maybe God was listening the whole time while my heart finally told the truth. I left my tears on the church floor, and somehow the weight inside me shifted. Left my tears on the church floor, like a burden heaven gently lifted. Left my tears on the church floor, where my faith learned how to breathe again. Left my tears on the church floor, and walked out lighter than I walked in, because the place where sorrow falls before the face of grace is often the same place healing quietly begins its embrace. And if you ever walk into that church and see faint marks where tears once touched the ground, just know someone came there broken once and lived believing God was still around.